Sorry.
Seinfuck.
All about effort here on the Seinfuck podcast. That's
At a certain point, we're just going to forget the bits we do, either from dementia or just the absolute boatload of bits that we always do, and we'll just forget that we ever made the joke and make it again.
Yeah, the volume of content that we're providing. We have 100+ hours of us talking
For free.
thousands and thousands of listens and listeners. We're just here. We're just surviving. We're
just here until some Eastern European dictator flies us out there to their country to murk us, because that's the
Robert
only...
Delilah. I am told you look much like me when you were a child. When I was
Your
child.
penis is not nearly as large as you claim. Bang!
You are my favorite comedy podcast, and as such, I would like to invite you to stay permanently in Kremlin. And then there's like a AK-47 being reared towards your head. No conditions.
And then the movie just turns into Hospital 4.
Oh God. And then Robert, you get to win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. That's what happens.
Exactly. I remember the time Malcolm walked in on me watching old episodes of Dragnet in his apartment, and there was a line in there where some woman was just like, "I'm only 29. I'm not so old." And it was very funny.
Yeah, it is very. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's true.
Well, it's true, but also the fact of like the episode surrounds how like they're like 13-year-olds doing LSD, and it's just, you can't make movies or you can't make TV like you used to.
Yeah, it's too bad. All of those offended Christian pearl clutchers from the 2000s really paved the way for all the other censorious groups that have taken their place since then. You can take your pick. Whatever you don't like, fellas, there's a censorious group just for that. And they're, Lord knows, advocating for some of the worst policy you've ever heard in your life. Take, for example, just a random thought, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I thought of something funny that happened.
No. I want you to finish that random thought.
No.
Because you're going to get in trouble? Because someone is going to kill you?
Because I was at the Quick Trip, and I've been on a weight loss journey. I've lost a good amount of weight. I'm not going to be that rotund DeVito-like figure that all of you have enjoyed for so long.
You're a bit too tall for DeVito.
Sasha, please put in an awe. You know, my dad hates Danny DeVito.
What? Why would your dad hate that? Who hates Danny DeVito? That's crazy.
An awe and a very soft clapping, like we're on Dr. Phil.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you, Sasha.
He hates Danny DeVito, and it's strange. He hates him like he was in an audition that Danny DeVito showed up to.
Wait.
You know what I
could have had Taxi. I could have done it. That could have been
Frank. I could have been Frank. That son of a bitch.
Your point is that the reason you think your dad hates Danny DeVito because he's like stepping on his vibe?
I wish I could tell you why, Robert. Like completely why.
I'm the real Frank. All right, I'm the real Frank.
I made a bunch of money in the 80s, and now I'm living in a fucking 2-bedroom with another man.
Not to say that my dad couldn't play a good Frank. You know, I'm sure that my dad was born to play Frank, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sure.
If it was like set in Chicago.
He probably says whore like whore.
No, my dad's a very Polish man. Deep down, a very Czech man.
How does he say whore? Because like Danny DeVito says whore in a very specific way.
He says like, whore like that.
Whore. Yeah. Your mother. Yeah. It's sometimes I'll just think of that line, and it's always something where it's like your mother is a whore, and I'm just like, I don't know why. It makes me laugh every time.
That's good.
I guess I'm confusing the way he says whore with the way they say it in The Sopranos, where it's what's his name says in the Sopranos. It's like, she was a whore.
They all say whore like that. Like
Richie from Jersey.
Richie Aprile.
Yeah, Richie. That's that. Wait,
well, they all say whore. What's his name? She was a She was a hua. B.
Beautiful creature.
No. But back to what I was saying, though, Robert, is that every so often my dad will drink and I'll be around when he's doing
Every so
that.
often?
Well, every so often.
No, come on.
No, well, every so often I'll be around for it, is what I mean.
There you go.
And,
Okay,
that's fair.
And then we'll be watching TV and the Jimmy John's commercial will come on. And like, I think he's going to throw the bottle at the TV. And I'm like, Dad, what's the fucking problem? It's just Danny DeVito. He's just like, that talentless fucking midget. He's only in this because he looks like that. And I'm like, what happened?
This is vibe appropriation.
The vibes are off with this fucker.
I don't know what he just hates him. He hates his guts, and I asked him why he hates him, and he just goes, ugh. He's just a no good, talentless hack who coasts off of looking like a goblin. Or something like that.
He gave a very lackluster performance in Matilda. How dare he?
And then you're like, no, but the reason his performance isn't as good in Matilda is because he directed the movie.
Exactly. He didn't put all his energy into it.
What could he have possibly seen Danny DeVito in to give him this opinion of him? It drives me insane to think about.
He was fucking terrible in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right? Martini, fuck that guy.
When he fucking filmed Matilda, he used low camera angles to make him seem bigger and more intimidating.
My dad is not the kind of guy who knows directors or producers at all.
Cinematography in general.
Just picture me and then age me up 40 years or so.
Yeah.
And that'll be there.
No, that's too mean.
No, you're better than your dad. You're not your dad.
Better than your dad.
I don't know. I mean, not by much.
No. Tell me one reason why you're not better than your dad.
I don't. That I'm not better than I make less than he does. That's one thing, and he'll remind me of that every time we're at dinner. And
so he still makes you pay.
No, he won't let me pay. And he reminds me how poor I am when I try. I'm like, Dad, I want to do something nice for you. It's your birthday. Dad, I want to do something nice for you. It's Father's Day. And he'll yank the check out of my hands and yell as loud as he can, I make 3 times what you make. Let me pay. And everyone turns to look at him because he's huge. And he's fucking beat red over like 3 different fucking empty margarita bottles.
Looks like a little tomato. Like a little tomato.
He's very red. Yeah.
Like I said, vibe appropriation.
Yeah.
You just don't want to imagine It's Always Sunny with a taller Frank. That's
that would be scarier, honestly.
It's not the same show.
That's the thing that makes it work is that Charlie Day is also very small, but Danny DeVito is smaller than him. So it's like makes Charlie Day look like a normal sized person.
Yeah, exactly.
That whole cast is really small.
Yeah, if Harper's dad fucking beat red, just crawls out of the fucking leather couch covered in lube, it's a different fucking vibe.
Yeah, that's just Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
that's it. Hey, I'm sure your dad crawls out of the couch more often than we'd like to think.
I wish that I could like trade places with you one of these times, Robert, and he wouldn't notice that you were me, and that you could just sit on the couch and listen to him talk. Like having an out-of-body experience where you're like trapped in my body and I'm like agreeing with him.
That's pretty much what I did with an old roommate's dad.
Yeah, dude, just imagine Malcolm for a moment.
Okay.
Imagine that you're trapped in my body, right? And that you're like, you want to say, it's like you're in a dream that you can't affect, you're along for the ride. Let's do this. Robert, this would be too easy to do with you. So
okay, sure.
Take that as a compliment.
Thank you.
Malcolm.
Yes.
Agree with me. And you will be in the same situation. Are you ready for this thought exercise?
I'm ready for the thought exercise.
All right, you're me. You're on the couch at my dad's in a modest suburban house.
Okay.
Watching a YouTube news channel that is couched as a network news anchor with people you've never seen on a sets you don't recognize, talking about things that you would rather not repeat. Are you with me so far?
Yes, I can picture it.
I have a question. How much cleavage does the blonde female co-anchor have?
They keep it pretty respectable on YouTube.
Really? I'm surprised.
On YouTube, they have to.
Okay. Well,
YouTube's
I'm not
very anti-horny, except for when you can manage to hide it well enough, and then they don't know that you can trick their AI.
How well are they managing to hide it?
Malcolm, are you ready for this hypothetical?
Yeah, I am ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
You see, Malcolm. Sorry. I'm gonna call you Harper just to keep it extra in our story.
Do I get to have a beer or anything, or am I just like raw?
You have a beer in your hand, but you don't want to drink it because you want to leave earlier.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, it's an empty beer, and you don't want to grab another one.
Yeah, you can't grab another one. It's like imperative that you don't.
Okay.
Because then that keeps you here another hour.
But if you take it to the recycling, you're going to have to activate the trash compactor, and no one wants that because then it'll interrupt the TV show for even a second.
Okay.
Now the problem is, Harper, is that with these people, they don't understand what it's like to live in a polite society. Do you know what I mean by that?
I'm having an understanding.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you is hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. So when I say a polite society, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Like Bridgerton.
And there's more and more of them every year, Harper. You know what I mean?
It's too real. It's
trying. You know, yeah. Okay, it's okay.
It's too real.
Look at her. Is she a hot piece of ass, Harper?
She's got, I like her. She's got good cans.
God, what I wouldn't do to put my dick in her butt.
Oh.
You know, I would trade I would fucking kill you, Harper. I would fucking kill you. I would kill you right now.
How are you doing this so well?
Yeah.
Put my dick in her butt.
Okay.
The okay is really I wouldn't say okay.
But really, I mean, I remember I was sitting with a roommate's dad. We were sitting on the couch. I had come back from getting a fucking chimichanga. It was fucking cooling in my room on the fucking desk there. I was watching like a fucking Twitch stream or something earlier, and I had to go out for a glass of water. And he's just like, "Come here and sit down." And on the TV, he was in like Fox News. Then he starts flicking through it, and the fucking what was the fucking show that was on? It was Outlander.
It's usually Fox and Friends by the time that they're watching it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But like he somehow has this innate ability to switch to the channel where breasts are, like immediately.
It's incredible. Isn't it? It's all people north of 40 with no wife. They can all do that.
He knows where the titty channel is?
Yeah, they have a sense for it.
It's not even a titty channel. It's a normal channel that happens to have titties at that moment. It's immaculate.
Yeah.
That's a superpower. That's a superpower you wish for when you're like 12 years old. You're like, if I could just.
Well, 40 years of fucking practice. They got it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is my dad, right, Malcolm? But have you ever been around a single guy in his 40s?
I've unfortunately
seen their YouTube recs.
They're always in a situationship with someone like a city or two over.
Yeah, unfortunately, I used to work at a company where there was a lot of guys like that who were around, except they like to chase the younger ones. They were like, "Oh, what if I was able to like date a 20-year-old and be like, I'll pay off your college loans."
That's bad. That's not great at all.
That's real bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's good. I'm saying these are bad people.
No, Malcolm, you're not only excusing it, you're endorsing it.
I'm not endorsing it. Don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me.
Well, Malcolm, it seems like you didn't speak up, and you weren't an ally for those women.
Yeah, you didn't fight
you didn't fight
for the allies in your life when Harper was in that theoretical conversation with you. How dare you?
I forbade you from speaking back.
When I just psyched you out randomly.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like that your dad was like barking. Like it was just like
he does that.
It's what he does. He's a dog.
Yeah. Big dogs gotta eat.
He was a great right tackle in high school, you know. So
I'm not fucking surprised.
He's okay. He was on the D line. He wasn't even on the O line.
Was he even varsity?
No, an ankle injury or knee injury or something.
It's always an ankle injury. It's like, I could have made it to the league. I
could have done it if not for my debilitating physical condition.
Yeah, I had it all figured out. Listen, Harper, listen, I was. They were going to recruit me. I was going to go to Alabama, but then that's my fucking knees.
But you don't understand. I was getting so much ass.
I was plowing through the pyramid of cheerleaders, and I rolled my ankle. And now I sell car insurance. I don't know. All right, and I drive a used Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, no, that's close. No, they all drive trucks.
Oh, so I have a Ford F-150.
No, it's not even an F-150. It's maybe it's I mean, it'd be cool if it was one of the newer Tacomas, but even then,
they will never do that because that's a foreign car. And
sorry, I got it. I'm trading it in. I'm getting a Tesla. All right, I'm doing it for America.
They might
he's
do
getting
that
a Cybertruck.
They
might get a Cybertruck because of the flag.
I put myself in $60,000 worth of debt to get one of those new Chevy Broncos.
Yeah,
Robert, you know what's so funny? I just thought of this. Sorry, I'm not trying to blow anyone up. Okay, friend of the podcast, your sister and your brother-in-law bought a Tesla right before Elon started. Oh my god! They both bought a Tesla right before Elon became corrupted and seemingly like took his ultra incel pill before bed every night. And it's so funny because the next time I saw him, your brother-in-law that is,
yes.
They mentioned owning the Tesla, and I was like, oh yeah, how do you feel about that now? And they just sighed and said, so we own a Tesla.
My brother's has a similar problem. Like, he's bought a Tesla a couple of years ago, but now it's like, oh no, am I endorsing a thing? Like,
exactly.
It's so funny. I mean, like a month before Elon turned evil, like before he got a hold of the corrupting artifact.
Well, he was already evil. He went from the most divorced man in the world to the most racist man in the world, like a pipeline.
It is a pipeline. That is a pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, but still, his social outcast at that point was so positive, and he
had a good publicist. He always had a good fucking publicist. It's why he genuinely did. It's why he was on Iron Man 2 and being like, oh, I love this new thing that you're doing.
Yeah, he legitimately, for a moment there, people were like, he's the real life Tony Stark, and then now everyone's like, oh, he's a ketamine addict.
Have you seen him at some of these things? He's just like looking at fucking fairies or some shit. It's ridiculous.
He's got those ketamine tears. Like, someone did you see the interview where he was like asked, he's like, Tesla stock is crashing, are you gonna go back to work? And he starts crying.
Oh no.
I was like, oh no. Ketamine addict needs to go back to work.
Not to call out my sister and my brother-in-law, they did, to their credit, I will say to their credit, they did get bumper stickers which say anti-Elon Tesla Club. Anti-Elon Tesla Club. It doesn't fix everything.
It's not a great penance. It's the minimum. It's the bare minimum.
That's like the last solace of the Obama resistance era.
You know what? They're maximum penance. Are you guys listening? I know you are. Give me your Tesla. Give it to me. And
why do you want it?
Well, I'll take it off their hands, and then they don't have to worry about the guilt of owning that Tesla.
Your car's not exactly old.
Yeah, but it's definitely not a Tesla.
It's not a Tesla, is it, Robert?
No, ladies and gentlemen, Harper drives a 2000 blank.
Hey.
It's a Ford Fusion.
Whoa.
Ladies, no, it's not. It's a Camaro. It's a sweet Camaro.
Robert, you can dox a man's address all you want.
You can't dox his car, make and model.
But you don't even have a fucking car, Robert.
No, I don't. I don't fucking want a car.
Fuck shit city boys that doesn't want to drive anymore.
Yeah, it's a fuck shit city boy because I fuck shit up.
He fucks.
Woo! Woo!
What's this Ric Flair? That was a pretty good Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Woo!
You got to learn how to do the whole bit, though. It's not just the woo. It's like everything that goes between the woo and like running out of breath because you're wooing so much. Like, Robin, woo! woo, by God, woo, Delilah, woo, I wanna, woo, take you, woo, out to the bar, woo, out back, woo, like that, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
My neighbors are definitely like, what the fuck is going on next door? But we're recording a podcast out here. Huh?
Yeah,
They should know. They should know.
We're doing it for Seinfuck Nation.
Are you excuse me,
That is not
maybe
what we
you heard
called
of
my.
us.
It's Seinfuckers, and you know that.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. So, I forgot what I was even talking about in the first place, guys. I've been on a weight loss journey, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's where we've
Congratulations
gone.
on joining the
elite club of people actually trying to look good in public.
Yeah, I've been doing this. I've been on the same journey. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry
I
to hear
am
that.
185 pounds right now. I'm good.
I eat quinoa mostly lately. You know,
That's good. It's a good
quinoa.
thing.
That's a good one. I like farro.
It's a good source of fiber.
Farro's
It's a good everything.
So I'm at the Quick Trip where embarrassing things always seem to happen to me.
What is a Quick Trip? Because I actually don't know what that is.
It's a convenience store. It's like a Circle K or a Chucky's or whatever you want to call it.
The focus on the Quick Trip is getting you out of the store as quick as
A
possible.
Bucky's, not a Chucky's. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Bucky's, but worse.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like a Bucky's and
Buc-ee's without the
Bucky's that
Walmart.
doesn't have like 10-gallon hats.
They make
Okay.
pizza instead. A Quick Trip caught on to the Four Sons mentality in Arizona, where they're just like, if we have a kitchen back there making pizzas, people will come and pump our overpriced gas.
If we branch out from hot dogs and start actually having like burgers and shit, people will come.
I'm
If
at
you
the Quick
grill
Trip.
it, they will come.
And there I am in the Quick Trip. I'm in pants that I haven't adjusted the drawstring to from before I lost weight. And I'm trying to grab something out of the fridge, and my pants fall down in the middle of the Quick Trip, right?
Oof.
This is further augmented by the fact that it's noon, right? So it's very busy.
Oh, it's not even like a 3 a.m. that guy's drunk kind of thing.
No, there's Mexicans behind me waiting to buy their hot dogs kind of a deal.
Yeah, they're on their like 20-minute lunch break. Yeah.
They get 20 minutes now. That's crazy. Workers' rights have improved. So
in Arizona, at least.
And to make matters worse than that, I'm also Commando because I didn't feel like putting on underwear this morning. It's been a terrible day. Thank you.
You had
for
your
asking.
cock out in the Quick
Had my cock out at the Quick Trip.
You had
Quickie in the Quick Trip?
no! Oh no!
And the worst part is, I was pressed up against a can when my pants fell.
Someone is gonna get your cock can.
I appreciate whoever purchased Monster Ultra Zero that day.
You didn't like buy it as like a commissary or a commissary like
I can only afford the Celsius I purchased, Mr. Delilah.
you fucking dick printed someone's fucking can and you didn't
proud of it.
buy it.
I'm not proud of this.
You are a monster.
I
Oh my
am a
God.
member of polite society. My dad reminds me of this every time we interact.
You know what he means by polite society. Don't
Very
pretend.
polite, okay?
This is not
Look at
polite
me.
society.
I'm very fucking polite, okay?
Oh my
You
God!
know what he means.
I love it for you. I love the story for you because both it's a huge win. Congratulations that you lost enough weight that your
Yeah,
pants
great.
fell down.
Yeah.
But also
job. I'm
the
proud of you.
discovery that your pants were too big was like at the exact worst place and time. You're like, I want to have this win, but I've got to take this giant
And
fat
in
L.
just the perfect ratio that you dick print someone's fucking beverage.
Dear Quick Trip, please lower the Celsius to a lower showing rack in your energy drink section.
So he doesn't reach up and dry hump the lower cans.
Lest your cans be smeared.
Lest your cans be molested.
Thus,
Molested.
unmolested Monster Ultra Zero is a commodity.
They're
worth
not, it's not molested. It was touched by greatness. It was there's a sign
right.
there's a sign fucker out there right now who fell to his knees listening to this. He was like, I could have had his cock out. I could have.
If that's you,
Or
if
maybe
that's
the
you.
opposite. It's a sign fucker who's just like, oh no, I drank a Monster fucking whatever zero.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're that sign fucker that Malcolm is talking about, though, hit me up at Buck Panic on Twitter, now X.com.
And we'll give you a cross street so you can kick Harper's ass
Hey,
yeah,
for
just wanted to
making
talk to you.
drink his cock print
Say,
can.
how's it going?
Yeah.
If you're a guy, show me a picture of your ass anyway. Let's see what you got going
Yeah.
on. If your butt is nice enough, ladies and gentlemen, We can talk over dinner.
He can
can't
beat
we?
off to it. Let's not
Beat
get
off.
it
I mean,
Ass is an ass, man.
I can beat off to anything. I can beat off.
I can beat off to anything.
I can beat off the world.
And the crack that you will see, it will be perfect. Where do we go from that, fucker?
Oh my god, it's so good.
It was funny though.
Did you buy new pants? Do you still own those pants? Are you wearing those pants still?
Yeah.
Are you still going Commando?
No, I put on underwear when I got home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What other fucking situations?
Were you Commando in jeans? Did I just hear that?
No, gym shorts.
Thank God.
No, he was wearing gym shorts.
It's still denim.
You can get away with Commando in jeans. You can't get away with it in gym shorts.
Gym shorts aren't denim. They're like a nylon material.
Oh, gym shorts. I thought you said jean shorts. I was like,
dude, I'm not walking around in jorts.
I thought you were walking Commando in jorts.
I'm in there in fucking John Cena era jorts walking around.
Just get the fucking wristbands and you're just like, can't see my cock.
I'm a Rudo celebrating John Cena's heel turn in the fucking quick trip with no underpants on. So yeah, no, I just I forgot to redo the drawstring because it's kind of a pain in the ass to untie a knot with your fingers when you don't have fingernails. So
that's good that you're trimming your fingernails.
That's good. That's always a positive. I've recently had to do the thing where with like weight loss is I've got rid of a lot of clothes. I had to do the big Goodwill haul where I took all my like old big size clothes. And then I cut my nails just because I'm a clean, healthy boy.
You said that shit just because you saw me with untrimmed fingernails one time? What? I know it. He was in the back of his mind. He was thinking,
him?
That nasty motherfucker doesn't trim his fingernails.
No, he's talking about you, Robert. Obviously.
Him.
Obviously, it's
Who the fuck would I be talking about?
Harper.
I don't care.
Harper.
No, Robert,
I am so religious about trimming my fingernails. I just take it as a fact.
You know,
what does that even mean?
That's a non sequitur, first of all. Second of all, you are the most fastidious person I've ever met in my entire life.
Fastidious. Great word. Great word. A little golf clap. Sasha, can you put in a little golf clap for that word? Thank you.
A further piece of facetious complimentary from the Delilah-nator. That's wonderful.
That's my issue. It's one of my issues. I have many issues, but one of my issues is that when I give genuine compliments, people always take it in a way that sounds like I'm a dick, and I can't always blame them for that.
It's because you say them at bad times and with a bad inflection that makes people think you're being facetious.
My voice is a bad inflection. That is just it.
Yeah, well, that's a tough place to be in. I understand kind of where you're coming from as well, because I do the same thing from time to time and people take it wrong because I'm trying to make a joke.
Yeah, you sound more like monotone, that you just sound not necessarily sarcastic, but like you don't give a shit, when I know you do give a shit for at times.
Yeah, no, it's rough. Like, I'm trying to be a better person.
We're all trying, and Malcolm is just better than all of us because,
Because of what?
He's a member of polite society.
You literally just spent the last 2 weeks in fucking Europe. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I did go to Europe. I didn't even talk about going to Europe, man. Europe was great. All right, I went to the I went to the city
I saw
of
your
love,
fucking pictures from your fucking hotel in the fucking middle of Paris. You fucking piece of shit.
Took my girlfriend to Paris. It was a good fun time.
Malcolm, before you talk about this, can you just picture not leaving your town for your entire life?
Yeah.
All right.
And what would be like, and what kind of person you'd be if that ended up, being
I'd be
your
a
fate?
very broken, dangerous person. I think that would
be dangerous. No one told you to say that.
Well,
I didn't. I wasn't prompted.
Also, what does that say about us? Granted, I don't stay in the same place very often.
Robert, what are you talking about us?
It makes you more sympathetic to people like me who don't leave their hometown, but you've just kind of made it sound like I'm a lunatic and a ticking time bomb, and the police should be notified of my every move.
Yeah, and?
How was Paris, Malcolm?
I had a great time. I ate so many croissants, pain au chocolat. I drank good. I don't drink coffee usually, but I had a couple of cups of coffee. It was pretty good.
You took a picture from like the top of the Champs-Elysees or something like that?
The Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, the Arc de Triomphe.
Which I didn't realize that you can go up. It was you can actually climb it. There's like a spiral staircase. And that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Actually, Harper, goddamn, you're looking good.
Yeah, he's looking trim. I gotta say, where like the boys are getting trim.
He just did like an exasperated. For those listening at home, he just did like an exasperated lean back, and it was all it did was make us say like, "Damn!"
Oh, no, you guys are nice. No, see, Malcolm's really not filling up that shirt like he used to, though. I think we need to talk about that.
And I am basically the same.
What do you squat now, Malcolm?
I am squatting
225.
Yeah, actually around 225, 230.
Fuck yeah. Harper, you're doing 180.
Whew. 160 actually. I've
Dude,
just
that's
started
pretty
getting
good.
back into weight training.
Yeah. I bet you could do 180 if you tried.
I don't do a ton of I don't do a ton of squatting. I'm a big I like deadlifting. I'm a big deadlifter. So
yeah, deadlifting's fun. I'm no good at it.
Yeah, you guys have the cushioning or the actual, like, how would you say, like, I've tried I don't have the wrist. I have to be one of those guys who like straps bands to the wrist in order to get the bar up past a certain way, because I have the strength in my back and my core. I just don't have it in my wrists.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of like wrist extras to like kind of get that number up. So like it's a thing you can work on, but you have to just do like specific.
Because for a while I was benching more than I could deadlift.
That's good.
I just thought about this, Malcolm, just real quick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Did your girlfriend call you anything different while you were in France, like Monsieur de McLeod, or like?
So you went to the Louvre and you saw, whatever mummies they have there.
Yeah.
Did you have
I said I opened. We got back to the hotel room and I go like, my temple needs, and then she was like, I'm not saying it. I heard the podcast. I will not talk about it. I will not honor that.
I am going to
ma'am, please. I don't what do you want? What can I give you?
Harper, I'll figure this out in a week and a half. Once I'm back up in Vancouver, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. If
perhaps we can get
go
a cache
away
together.
And he doesn't get that's not his, name de facto.
Yeah, if they're not walking around Vancouver, if Roller Girl doesn't point to you and say, it's Pharaoh McNair.
Pharaoh!
What's up, Pharaoh?
The Pharaoh.
What's up, Pharaoh?
Oh, yeah. They did a piece on me for like a local paper
showcase. Whatever.
I got interviewed for my comedy, and first of all, they called me a towering giant of comedy, which I was like, I don't know. That's
figuratively or literally, because you are kind of taller than most everyone else on stage.
Literally, yeah. It's supposed to be literally because of my height, because they like. That was one of the things. I guess they were fed. They must have seen me perform, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's tall." But like, that was the byline.
I mean, I've literally seen you almost cut your fucking head open on a floodlight.
That's true. At Little Mountain Gallery. But regardless, love Little Mountain Gallery. Shout out to them. But great comedy club in Vancouver. What I was gonna say was just like it just made me like go like, man, if instead of being called the towering giant, like a looming giant of comedy in Vancouver, I'm just like, call me like the Pharaoh, like comedy Pharaoh. Like,
Pharaoh of comedy.
Exactly, Vancouver. Please get with the program.
They could have used some other choice words if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could have called your comedy Styles-esque, even though you do not resemble, look like, act like, or tell the same jokes as Ryan Stiles. Because you're just tall like he is.
He's also tall. I actually he was my favorite of the Who's Line guys. He was always my favorite, besides Wayne Brady. There was a moment like last year before I got into my new relationship that I was like, what if because I like grow my hair out a lot, and I was like, what if I cut it this time and I end up with a mullet? Like I was like,
I don't understand why you keep your hair so long, Malcolm. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just so many guys just don't ever even try, and you just go full on, I guess I'm growing my hair out.
Here's the thing. It's twofold. One is that I had a traumatic experience with a barbershop before my first year of university, in which they had to shave my head at the end, and so I walked around, and it was when I went to like a quick cuts, and I was like, I'm just gonna get this done, and the lady was like drunk, and she fell, and and I was just like, I just want to trim, and then she's like, you said you wanted it short, and then I was like, no, and then I was just like, oh, I do not like this. I don't want it that short. And I think the other thing is, and this is a personal opinion, like it's one of my Subway takes, is that I believe most guys cut their hairs too short. I think like most, it's too short usually. Perhaps I go a little long, but I think like, people who are like, oh, give me the number 1, give me the number 2. I think you're out of your fucking mind. And like, especially if you can grow hair, like I'm just like, high and tight. You should, once you're out of the army, you're out of that phase of your life. All right. Stop cutting. Stop buzzing your head unless you're in a truly horrifically hot climate. And then I'm like, okay, I can get that.
I mean, I keep the sides and the back short, but my hair on top tends to be
I think that's the thing. You want some
volume,
especially if you have volume. Like there's bald men who, much like, the cock can, they fall to their knees when they see a guy who can grow out their hair or choose not to, right? Like it's just, you got it.
It's not even a cock can. It's a cock print can. It's even worse.
Cock print can, yes.
So Harper, when is your next victim? When are you going to be reaching high? Are we talking the Four Sons, the Circle K, the Kmart?
Yuck it up. Yeah. My misery is fodder for you.
How is it usual. Misery? You have nothing compared to the guy who's actually drinking the Monster Zero.
Not drinking my cock. He's also, just by the way, got his hand around it.
I feel like it should be noted that like I'm not the only one who just like has like sort of longish hair here. Like Harper also, his hair is growing.
But Harper does that thing where he grows out his hair until he shaves it bald, and then he grows it out again.
Yeah, that's a move I do respect a lot. I could not do it. I'm not. I'm too.
It started out much more practically than that. I would grow it out during the winter and shave it when summer came back around.
Because summers in Arizona fucking suck.
And then one summer I forgot to do it and did it in the winter, and then I forgot for 2 summers and 3 summers, and then remembered again. And now I'm just not going to do it anymore because I'm afraid one time I'm going to shave my head and there's not going to be another grow back.
That's fair. We're at that point in our
lives. I don't
lives.
think you have to worry about that too much, Harper.
Here's another dirty secret. You kind of know who's going to go bald, all right? We all kind of know. You see it, all right? You sort of see it. You're like, thinning of the top of the hair. I'm a tall guy, so I can look down, and I'm like, you're tall.
You're just the scalp inspector. Malcolm McLeod, scalp inspector.
Yeah, I just
this
know.
Man is going bald.
Yeah, there's a few guys where I'm just like, they're like, I'm worried about, guys, I'm worried I'm going to go bald. I'm like, you're fine, all right? I've seen some scalps that are not doing good, and it includes the guy next to you. So I think the 3 of us, we're all good. I think we got good.
I mean, I've got a twin brother who went bald, but that's
the thing.
Like,
he took the baldness from you, all right?
He took the bald genes. He just
it skips generations. That's true.
Yeah, it skips it. Yeah,
it's a generation of twins.
Yeah. Well, he was born at a different minute value than you were, so that counts.
2 full minutes. That makes all the difference.
It might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you say for sure?
Yeah.
So Harper, you left a dick print. Any other, weight loss,
foibles?
Faux pas?
Well, I told you about one the other week, and we had a big disagreement about it. I think that maybe it's best that I limit my conversation regarding my weight loss foibles because I said some things I didn't mean. I had a very public crash out. I'd like to issue an apology.
We can't just vaguely talk about it. We have to get into
We can either cut that part out or we can just...
I will explain.
Please, elucidate
in my apology. Yeah. Okay. I watched True Lies on the Stairmaster and was relating to my friends Malcolm McLeod and Robert Delilah. My experience when I realized people were watching me watch the scene where, oh God, what's her name? I already forgot.
What?
The lead from True Lies.
Yeah, what is going on with you?
What do you mean?
Why would you forget her name?
Why don't you tell me what it is?
Well, Are we bluffing here? How bluffing are we?
No, I've been very upfront with this. Why don't you tell me her name, Robert? He doesn't know either. What a fucking prick, trying to make it sound like I don't know anything.
No.
Well, I'm not gonna go on acting like I know, because I don't. And I'm telling you I don't. And that's fine. We can go on with this.
Okay.
The leading lady from True Lies is getting naked before my very eyes on the Stairmaster TV.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And thank him,
Thank
Robert.
you for the name that I obviously knew, and I knew in the moment.
Yeah, of course he knew at the moment as well.
I knew it, guys. Trust me.
She was in an Activia commercials.
Guys, I knew her from the Activia commercials. I learned how to jerk
Her
off.
son loves World of Warcraft.
I was jerking off to the idea of her colon being cleared out. So,
no, you can't just say that.
So taking the criticism of this on TV, I turn around, people are like totally looking at me from their various cardio machines.
How many steps are you in?
I was like 8 minutes from being done with an hour session on the Stairmaster, and I turned around, people saw me modeling half naked Jamie Lee Curtis, and I was telling them last week about how upset that made me, and then I read a racy 4chan post related to Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'd like to apologize to everyone that I may have offended with that. The people that heard that is because Sasha was brutal enough to cut from the episode. And then my friends went on and changed the subject of conversation, and I had too many simians that day. Some naturally occurring within the human body, and others from auxiliary sources that I consumed that day.
Coffee.
Amongst other things. And I had a very negative interaction with my fellow podcasters, and I've since gone on the Seinfuck Podcaster Assistance Program, where I got the resources I needed to continue my work in podcasting. And I'd like to sincerely apologize now for calling you all of those things I called you when I was having my crash out and doing those high-pitched voices imitating what you were saying. I realized now I was wrong. And I'm sorry. I inferred things about your sexuality that were unflattering as well.
It was not nice. I understand why you did it. We'll move on. We love you, Sasha. For fucking once in the history of this podcast, I will kiss you on the mouth next time I see you, if it's consensual.
It's like that scene in The Bear where Richard's like shouting "I love you" to Carmi in the fridge, but Carmi's just talking shit at him. He's like, I love you," and he's like, "You're a fucking loser, Richard. You're a loser."
Okay, I think it's time for user submission, don't you?
I think it's a fair time for one, yeah.
Well, this is a user submission from someone who'd like to be known as Fart Mistress.
Oh, no.
At Buck Panic on X.
Oh, God.
Fart Mistress.
He's not on Blue Sky, ladies and gentlemen, and he would be if you knew that there were so many fart people.
Is an interesting inference to draw from someone who names themselves Fart Mistress and not Fart Meister.
I said you. He, as in
me.
Buck Harper,
okay.
who is
Buck
not
Panic
on Blue Sky.
Not on Blue Sky, that's right.
Buck Panic, not on Blue Sky.
Those sissy liberals in their insular community could not handle the kind of waffling.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, Robert. I know that you post there.
I've seen.
I know that you post there, and that's all the indication I need that it is an insular community full of people who agree with each other.
Their song recommendation is Pony by Genuine.
Pony, let's do it.
Riding my pony. Okay.
Excellent.
Good job. Okay. And they say,
yeah, great sex song.
They say, hey, you guys have sexy voices, and you all seem so hot. With 4 T's. If I asked you to send me a jar with your farts in it, ellipses, how would you do it? ? What would be the shipping and logistics? Can you can your own fart? I want a sniff! ! You're feeling subby fart mistress.
First of all, how you said sexy voices was probably the least sexy your voice has ever been.
No, you know what the sexy voices? There are like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 X's in
Ladies and gentlemen,
sexy.
he cannot help himself. He must correct.
I didn't correct shit. I elucidated.
Okay, no corrections.
That's a great question.
Did I at any point said, oh, that's not how you spell sexy? Sexy doesn't have 12 X's in it. Fuck you, Malcolm.
Now, I've worked with a woman who was able to seal her what's the word? Flatulence, I suppose.
Queefs.
In airtight, amongst other things, in airtight containers for the purposes of resale, and it is a very delicate operation. Having a sort of seal vac and dedicated containers and a labeling system, it's all very important to the logistics of that operation. Having a trusted carrier that won't read too much into a commercial invoice that says the contents are like farts or flatulence, and getting that through customs. It was an interesting experience.
Would you say like pickled contents or
no? Well, the thing is that you could
organic
a lot
contents?
of the time you could get away with just saying they were glass jars.
Oh.
And no one would say it beyond. But if there was a physical
but if you
inspection,
open it up and says, Mr. Tootsie's, farts for the everyman, people would be questioning that. There
are additional questions about unregistered methane being conveyed on air vehicles and how that may not comply with the airport's dangerous goods policy. But that what I'm trying to say is that we used all of that technology and all of those vacuums and all of those airtight containers, when I could have just been real quick on the draw and she could have farted in the jar and I could have sealed it. And I'm just thinking I could do the same thing if you hit me up at Buck Panic on X. I will be happy to show you the ins and outs of this operation if you are a real person and are not just our producer Sasha getting a rise out of me. Trying to
and getting his hopes up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, there's nothing worse than weight loss farts. It is rough.
What would you know about it, Robert? What would you know?
My weight fluctuates a lot.
I don't think you've ever weighed more than your current weight.
No, I've been up to 192.
And what are you now?
I've never broken 200.
185. He just said he was 185.
185.
I'm 185
okay, so
right now.
Well, he was up 6 pounds. All right. I had a prime rib once and I gained 12 pounds.
I had my mom's homemade biscuits and no shit gained that weight in one day. It was incredible.
A flat weight, as in like post poop in the morning. Fuck off.
That's how we all weigh ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat a full meal, drink 6 beers, and weigh myself. That's not how that fucking works.
What's he talking about?
Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. I love you, and I hate you.
Yeah, it's all right. How would you can your farts, you fucking asshole?
You're making me feel bad. I'd can my farts. I probably would can my farts. I feel weird about the entire process because I would. I'd also probably do it in I'll fart in the bath and then just hold the jar over the water so that the bubbles go into the jar. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep it halfway submerged, and when you fart in the bath, the bubble goes up and into the jar, and then just seal it under the water so you get nothing but fart. That seems like a much more...
Yo, Pharaoh, what's this guy on about?
That seems just a much more logistical way to can a fart than tubes and shit.
Listen, that's not a fart jar. That's just a piss container at that point.
He's going to have to watch where the fart's going and everything,
submerge the jar. You just keep the jar, the lip of the jar
but you have
in
to
the water.
You're not going to be able to perfectly guess, if you're in a bathtub, right, and you're sitting down in the bathtub.
Do you not know where your fucking asshole is?
You know where it is, but you don't know exactly where the bubble's going to come up.
You better should.
I better should.
Yeah, Pharaoh, you better ought to.
Pharaoh, get this guy the hell out of your court.
Are you not so flexible in your bath that you can't keep your asshole 2 inches fucking below the water?
Why do you have to be in water? Why are you talking? Why do you have to fart with a jar of water?
Because all you're getting through the water is a fart. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. You guys just don't get it.
But I don't.
I'm trying my best.
You know how you fart in a bath and a bubble comes up through the bath. You keep a jar over the spot where the bubble would come up, slightly submerged.
Where is that? Where is it? Why is it always the same place for you?
Asshole meets your dick,
you fucking piece of shit. You put the jar?
How long
you put the jar no more than an inch into the water, so then it's not getting outside air.
What if the bubble goes around the object you've inserted into the water?
Fucking won't.
Do you have to have the jar kind of lodge in your ass a bit to make sure that part
you don't have to have the jar
escape and get in the water?
Your ass.
What do you mean it has to be near your
It
ass?
has to be near your ass according to you. I mean, that's how
What
it
do you
goes,
mean it
right?
has to be near your ass to be able to capture the
My ass
fart?
is not the windsock yours is. I'm sorry that when you cough, there's a fucking whistle.
Yo, Pharaoh, this guy is insulting your sexuality. I don't know if we should.
That
keep
is
him
nothing,
around.
anything to do with your sexuality. It's just your preferences and what you do to your own body.
Listen, I'm not into farts that way, but I want to say that I don't know how that helps you get your farts into the
You sneeze and it sounds like the fucking the fake fucking fans on the Magic Mountain ride at Disney World.
Yo, Pharaoh, this guy is too often at Disneyland.
Yeah,
okay?
this guy
is there all
his
the
head's in
time.
Mickey Mouse's ass, apparently. Like, what is happening?
You sneeze and it just plays the entirety of Steamboat Willie.
All right, right.
Yeah, that's copyright free, bitch.
Gentlemen, calm down. Just
Listen, I know how you do this, all right? It's not that hard, all right? You just fart into the jar. It can be any jar, and you can fart anywhere. You just have to be kind of close to your ass, hopefully in the privacy of your own home. But you could do it in a car if you want. Actually, it might be better in a car. Roll up the windows.
No, because fucking methane rises quicker than normal air. You are labeling a false product. You might as well just fucking send the viewers products as jar of air you could find anywhere.
That's the point. That's the point, Robert. I'm just gonna say I did it, and then I'm gonna
cut the episode.
I'm gonna close it.
Because I have a question. Okay, I do have a question.
What's your question?
Pharaoh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Just give me 1 second with this guy. Let me take care of this, Pharaoh. So,
with this guy. As if what I'm saying is fucking
hold on.
crazy.
He's petitioning your court, Pharaoh. Let me out of McNurk. So check this out, Robert. You're filling your farts in the bathtub, right? That's what you're on about?
Sure.
So how do you keep the water out the fucking jar once the fart's inside?
There's just gonna be a little water in the jar because you seal the jar.
Pharaoh, get this guy the fuck out of here.
You can't do that, all right?
Why?
It's not good. It's not.
Tell me why
It's not a jar at customs anymore. It's a jar full of water.
Yeah, it's a water jar.
It's not full of water. It's got at most an inch of water in it.
Yes, too much water. All right,
You're diluting the fart.
You need
Why is it too much water?
Because listen, no one wants. They didn't ask for
Delphine
fart
can
water.
get away with selling bath water. Why can't you? No, it's just bath water in a fart. You
now, Robert,
fucking idiot.
Listen to your Pharaoh.
Fucking
all right, I'm your Pharaoh, right? All right, you listen to me.
You fucking Neanderthals.
The fart mistress doesn't want your bath water, all right? She wants your farts.
She just doesn't fucking care.
She fucking wants your farts, Robert. She wants your bath water. She's want your Epsom salts. All right, she's want your fucking Epsom salts.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
You're not going to kill me, all right? Because you're going to fucking drown in that bathtub because you're going to go pee Olympics yourself because you put a fucking shark under. Yeah.
Pharaoh McNurk. That's what's going to happen when you drain a 3 from half court.